I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman.
I thought you said I could be Batman. Robin.
You look better in the costume, green and
Robin.
yellow.
No.
No.
Leave it.
Leave
Good to leave it. Leave it.
I'm Mr. Robinson,
And I'm Mr. Saville.
and welcome to...
Thursday's English lesson.
It's Thursday right now, my gosh.
Thursday. That's
Yeah.
what they call it in some
Thursday,
places.
yeah.
Because people are celebrating.
Right then, today we've got a special lesson ready for the weekend. Yesterday you were doing some wonderful writing. You were making up your own chapter for the book, okay? And today what we need you to do is edit your work. So we are going to look for all those wonderful things you've done, okay? We are also going to be looking for some mistakes. Now, Mr. Saville's done some wonderful work here behind me, okay?
Wonderful.
There is some beautiful adjectives in there. It's incredible. There are some mistakes, though.
What are your mistakes? What do you mean mistakes?
It's okay. It's okay.
There's pink all over it. What you put pink on? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's...
The children are listening.
Tried hard.
What do we say to them? Mistakes are good. It's how we learn. It's how we learn. So don't worry about getting a bit upset. It's okay. Have you ever been a bit upset when you've made a mistake in class? You've been worried that your teachers would be angry? We're not. Mistakes are something we use to learn. So what we're going to do, Mr. Saville, we're going to go through your work, okay? And just like we do in class, we're going to talk about all the wonderful things you've done, and then think of some things that we could improve to make better.
No, not bad.
Not bad.
Just
things that we can make better.
make it on.
It's okay.
So at the end of it, my writing's going to be better.
It will, yeah.
Okay.
And that's what happens sometimes.
Okay
It might
with
not
that.
be. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Right then, let's have a look. Actually, what I want you to do is if I move it up, pause the video, okay, have a look, and see if you can find anything that you love about the writing or anything that could be made better. Pause it now. Awesome. Welcome back. Right then, so I don't know if you noticed, but Mr. Saville seems to be really good at putting capital letters at the beginning of sentences and, okay, for our proper nouns. He's got Mrs., okay, he's got Mr. Twits. We've just missed one here, though, okay? Did you spot that one? So he's missed the capital letter for twit. But it's only one. It's only one. Do you want to change that now?
I'll make that mistake better, Mr. Robinson. I love correcting mistakes now.
He's getting it. Okay, awesome. Let's read that sentence now, okay? Mr. Twit was furious about Mrs. Twit was furious about Mr. Twit's stretching trick, so she decided to pay him back. And I don't know if you noticed, he's got a full stop at the end here, and he's also got an apostrophe with his S, okay, because it was Mr. Twit's stretching trick. Okay, it was his trick. After she had eaten her lunch, oh my gosh, how wonderful! He's got a fronted adverbial here with a capital letter and a comma at the end.
Glowing. I'm glowing.
Glowing. Me too, but that's because of the sun. Okay? After she had eaten her lunch, she drove to the pet shop. He's even got the past tense verb for drive. He's put drove in there. Wow. When she got there, now, here's where we can make it better. When she got there, comma, she bide. Have a think about that, Mr. Saville, and you have a think at home.
Bide. I thought I'd gone for past tense because I put ed at the end. Not all
of them.
verbs need an ed on the end to correct them to past
Just like eat, it's ate.
Yeah, it's not.
It's completely
bide.
different.
It's bought.
Bought.
She
At home,
bought.
can you spell that out for me now? Out loud. Bought. See if you can.
B-O-U-G-H-T.
Bought.
There you go. When she got there, she bought. Oh, Mr. Robinson, why have you put a cloud around this large here? Why has that got a little cloud around it?
Do you think it's a bad word? No, me neither.
Okay.
I just thought I would challenge Mr. Saville to think of a different word. What do we call them when it means the same thing?
Synonyms.
Can you think of one for large as Mr. Saville's changing his?
Okay. Oh, I could go large, big. No, big's probably not better. Huge is good. Ginormous. That's excellent. Humongous. Humongous.
Let's not make up words, okay? Humongous. Let's tone it back. I like the one you did before that.
Ginormous.
Ginormous.
I could use a thesaurus to check that out. But for now, I'm sticking with that great word. Ginormous. Make sure my comma's still in there because I've got 2 adjectives. And now
She bought a ginormous fairy rat and drove back home as quickly as a cheetah. Simile in there as well. Wonderful, Mr. Saville.
Sounds better. I'm starting to get this now, Mr. Robinson. I've just got to go through. A teacher may have left me some top tips so I can try and correct those, such as there's a circle there. That shows I'm missing some punctuation.
Mr. Twit, my dearest sweetie pie, called Mrs. Twit.
Hang on a minute. Called Mrs. Twit. Mrs. Twit wouldn't say that, would she? So I need to close my speech up with my speech marks there and put a comma there to show that my speaker, there's a pause in between her speaking and me telling you who is speaking. So it sounds like this now.
Mr. Twit, my dearest sweetie pie.
Called Mrs. Twit. That sounds better. There's a little arrow down there. Can you see that? I've missed a word out. So check what that is. Grumbled Mr. Twit as he walked upstairs carrying his rusty old, what did I mean to say, toolbox, because he was going to fix the toilet. So I can put toolbox just in there. I can even spot things to make it better myself, such as this sentence here. Mrs. Twit placed the rat inside the toilet and closed the lid. How would she do that? Well, she was playing a trick, so she did it sneakily. So I'll use a fronted adverbial there, capital letter of course, sneakily, comma, because that's my fronted adverbial. Mrs. Twit placed the rat inside the toilet and closed the lid. So I'm just putting loads of corrections on here to make it better. Okay?
Well,
Finished?
Nearly. Now, in lessons, it's quite easy because we've got so many resources as we are still here. We sleep here, by the way, we don't leave. But now you're at home and you're working on tablets and laptops, it's trickier to up-level using the tools on there. So we've attached the same template as yesterday. We want you to write it again, your work, not Mr. Saville's. We want you to write your work again, but with the corrections. So thinking again, think about your sentence, say it, write it, and then check it, okay? But I want you to add all those corrections that you found from yesterday's work.
So I've got to now go and write this all up in my neatest handwriting.
Oh my gosh, it's going to look wonderful.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm really happy about that. I love wonderful work. Woohoo!
Right then, team.
Bye!
Bye, Mr. Saville. He needs to come back and finish this. Oh, yeah.
And I'm Batman.